Well, good morning. Just reading the comments. One in particular at PH 12364 said about the Zulas or the Sytong for the price. Well, although they're very similar scopes in a way of being digital, at the moment the Sytong is outshooting the Zulas in a way of accuracy. A, because I haven't really tuned the Zulas properly, but they're doing all headshots if needed. When I bought, as you all know, when I bought the Sytong, I think we got it for £205, something like that. And for the price and for the scope, a fantastic deal. It all depends what you want your scope for, isn't it? My wife says I'm an impulsive buyer. When I see something, if I like it, I buy it. And that's why I've got so much equipment. I've got a hawk scope. And that's a second focal plane. I've got the Orion with the camera attachment. That's the first focal plane. And I've got this little one, which is another good scope. Which I used many times. That's the Sorrento. And yeah. So really now I've got 5 scopes with 2 rifles. These will be all these 3 will be going on to eBay for sale. Also, I got this, a rangefinder, which I've got more fingers on one hand than the amount of times I pressed the button to operate this unit. This was on the Beeman, so that's going on. I forget how much these are. I think they're about £130, something like that, and I'll be selling that for about 75. So that's going on eBay as well. Now the Orion, which is a fantastic scope, it's got 0 stop and it calls the camera adjustment. And as I say, if I like something, I'll buy it. And the picture quality, well, it's all down to your mobile phone when you attach it onto the camera base. That comes off, and because I got rid of my other scope cam, I ended up buying attachments for this to fit on other scopes. So this one is the Hawk, and this also fits on the Hawk scope, like so. They're all crystal clear scopes. Very very, very good scopes. I think when I paid for the Baltic Hawk, I paid about £80 for it, so I'll ask £40 for that. Without the attachment, of course, just a scope. Now these little attachments what go onto the scope will not fit on the Sorrento because of the mounting bracket or the tube on the scope is not long enough. The Sorrento itself, I think once again I paid about £80, and that would be half price as well. The Orion, which is just under £200 a scope, I'll ask for £100 for it. Because really I don't need this equipment now. Not while I've got the Beeman with the Sytong scope on. As I say, a fantastic scope for the money. And coming back to the question, for the price, Zulas against the Sytong, you've got to be careful with the Sytong, because if you buy one with the rangefinder and ballistic calculator on, it will not work. The scope will work, but the ballistic side of it will not work. Whether they're upgrading the firmware or not, I don't know. But you can't get the bullet weight or the pellet weight down to UK standards in a way of sub-12 air rifles. When I first saw the Sytong, I was looking at that ballistic, the rangefinder and ballistic, and I ended up phoning up the company where they was advertising it, and I asked them, and they said no, it won't work on a sub-12. And also there's videos on YouTube about it as well. So I've got the one without the rangefinder, and it's a magnificent little scope. It's clear. The only downside I don't like is the sound quality. I pick up the sound of the pellet or the gun firing, but for voice it won't. Now, as I say, for what I paid for it, and many others on YouTube, subscribers on my channel bought it. We all got it for £205, and brilliant little scope. Now coming to the Zulas, well, you're talking about £300 more to buy, but you have got the rangefinder and ballistic calculator, and that works fine. You've got the voice, the audio, that is outstanding, very, very good, and of course the picture quality is also very, very good. It's quite easy to set up anything on the Zulas, just like the Sytong. Very, very easy to set up your zero and that. And as I say, at the moment, the Sytong is out shooting the Zulas. So it's really down what you can afford to that question. Zulas or the Sytong for the price. If you can afford just under £600 for the Zulas, then of course it's a fantastic scope. And if you can't, and you can suffer the audio quality on the Sytong, that's also a fantastic scope. But it's all down to what you want. yeah, as I say, I'm an impulsive buyer, and when I saw this Zulas and the rangefinder, the way it works, well, I had to have one and try it, and that was the only reason I bought it, because of the rangefinder and the ballistic calculator. I just wanted to see if I could get it going, as like others, you know, on YouTube. And yeah, it's very easy. The app which you get, or which you download for it, when you put your pellet in, it comes up with your ballistic calculator. Now, a lot of people say about pyramid air, a ballistic calculator. The problem with ballistic air, is it ballistic? Not air ballistic. What's it called? Oh, pyramid. The problem with pyramid air, they're asking you for nearest distance in FPS, right? So that's chronographing, say a 10-shot string, and finding your average. Then they're asking you to chronograph it again at the far distance, so your chronograph would have to go down, right down to the target area, and find out the FPS from there. And then you got your nearest distance in yards and your furthest distance in yards. What your if it's a 25-yard range or whatever, you know, and then you can do your ballistic calculator. I found out by just using the Zulas app that my ballistic calculation was virtually exactly the same as pyramid air. So for me, it was no use using it. Or in fact, I didn't bother to use it because I didn't want to take a chance of putting my chronograph right down to the target area with my mobile phone, you know, because that's the FX chrono. And maybe an off chance you might have hit the chrono or your phone. So I've just taken it from the Zulas calculation, the BC, and put it in, and it's working fine. But you know, going back to the question, it's really all down to your own preference, isn't it? If you want a ballistic calculator and a reasonably priced scope, well then of course the Zulas is you know, outstanding. It's in a class of its own, and many top end scopes will not give you the clarity of the picture or the video which the Zulas will give you. So you could be saving £1,000 more on a top end scope against the Zulas. But if you're not worried about rangefinder or the ballistics of it, well then the Zulas is another good buy for £200 odd. Of course, with the Sytong, you could always fit one of these anyway, although it won't do a ballistic calculator. Hope that all makes sense. So I've got to get busy and start putting these bits I have here, all these, on YouTube. Yeah, all these three scopes, they're all good scopes, and to look at them, there's no marks on them. They're all look brand new, and yeah, of course the best one out of all three is the Orion first focal plane. I think once you use a first focal plane you don't want to go back to second. Oh, of course the Zulas gives you the option on first focal plane or second focal plane, so that's another bonus for the Zulas. Yeah, anyway, whether I'll be going outside today I don't know. This video is just for the guy who wrote and said about at PH 12364. His comment was, Zulas or the Sytong for the price? That was a good question. And of course you've got Mark Holmes, a paperclip the target. Well, I know that. I didn't bother. Where's the fun in that? It was a little bit windy, and I just wanted to see how the pellets travelled in the wind. Yeah, they came off target a bit, but yeah, normally I do pin everything down. Another comment, original this and that. That trigger safety gets me every time. Yeah, taking off the safety on the crown, I forget every time. And of course my mate Steve Bailey, he's wrote, "Hi Terry, good to see you out shooting. Those shots on the long range target was pretty impressive considering the wind, and the paper target was moving around." Yeah. Yeah. I was hoping to get everything, but get everything on the ball. But as you say, the wind and the paper moving as well. It's like shooting a moving target. But good fun. But I'm well pleased with the outcome. We've got another set of beads. They're all virtually the same size. So I've got 5, then a silver, then a maroon, then a silver, then a green, then a silver. Oh, I thought that was red. Then a blue, then a silver, and then another purple, I think. I'm not giving up on this bead challenge because I think I'm sure it could be done. So I'm going to go for the blue one first. I missed it. I missed it again. I'm being careful this time and not. Right, that's that blue one there, and it's left a silver there, which is good, and a purple. Well, that's good, that's left 2 silver ones there. Now for the green one. Green's still there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, still got 5 silver ones up. Oh, it's getting good. 3 silver ones up. Oh, someone made a comment about, is the scope worth buying? Well, my opinion is yes. And he also said, what about night vision? Well, I done a private little clip this morning and sent it to him. As I said many times, I don't recommend anything. It's up to your personal opinion whether you want to buy it or not. But personally, I think it's a very, very good scope. Right, so I'm on the blue now. I just can't see that little green dot. Let's take up magnifying. Maybe I should alter the colour on it. Oh, look at that. I've got one more, look. I've got 4 silver beads and one below that purple. If I can do it, I've done my challenge. If I can do it. No, I missed it. Don't worry about that. It hasn't taken out any silver ones yet. Oh, 3, 4. Yeah, I done it. I done it. I done the challenge. Let's make sure. That's the main thing. Enjoying yourself, and if you enjoy the outcome of it as well, it can't be too bad, can it? So anyway, if you like this little video, this is just about the guy who said about Zulas or the strong Sytong for the price. And I thank you all for your comments, and I'll see you later. Bye.